Okay, I'll put this on, and now I'm going to hit the on button, and you should see a little hesitation in the video. And it's almost through. There, connected. I see it frozen up now. I'm going to see if we got audio. Let's see. Yeah, give me a 7 if audio and video and DVR are working. This is still refreshing. I'm going to have to refresh this screen. Am I on the right page? Yes, I am. I have to refresh this screen. Am I on the right page? Yes. There, I've got audio that I could hear, so that's working, and I see some 7s coming through. So it got to 9:01, and Doug hasn't started yet. What's he doing? Is he having a technical problem? No, I was moving the laundry from the washing machine to the dryer, so it doesn't get all wrinkled. You know how that goes, right? Taking a quick look through chat. Yeah, 7s. Oh, no, really? Yeah, more. Okay, I hear the word connected and then buffering. Yeah, you got a little buffering. You got a video and an audio glitch when I turn the headset on. Good morning, everybody. 9:03 a.m. on August 24th on a Wednesday morning. And this is going to be fun and interesting, I think. Yesterday, we had trouble with the restore process that I did not work right. I selected to restore a particular image, and when the restore finished, it obviously was not the right image. I did go back and look to see where I want to start today, but I did not try to figure out what happened. I just figured out where I want to start today, and I saw that I did select the right restore job, the right backup. And when I got to the next step, it simply was not the right one. It's like Macroom Reflect totally didn't do what I asked it to do. And I'm seeing blurry image on the playback. And when I click on the, let's see, here, I'll go show this. When I click on the gear icon, it shows auto 144p. So I'll click on that and change it to 1080p. And then that should clear it up. So if anybody's having that same problem, see there, that image turned up clear before this one did, because the one that was time delayed was still blurred. So if you're having that issue, try clicking on the gear icon and change to the higher quality. Ken gives me a whole bunch of numbers. If for your information, YouTube likes to run ads before the live stream starts, so I may miss the first 30 seconds. Yeah, we'll be doing that if you don't have a, what do they call it? YouTube Red, where you pay for it. So that's a good, that's worthy of letting me know, because the first 30 seconds is kind of disposable anyway. We're not really into the topic yet. This is showing 8 people watching now, 6 likes. Oh, that's a good percentage. And I don't need anything out of there. So what we'll go do is look at yesterday's video. We'll start with the chat comments. I can't actually take those out, but if I, let's see, I think if I zoom in with control, the chat comments eventually show up down at the bottom. And do they not? They used to. There they are. Took a while for them to come in. So that makes it a little bit bigger. I don't know that there's anything I need to follow up, because we talked a lot about the chat comments yesterday, really, and the restore operation that I did. So then, yeah, here's a comment about Lawn Dog saying you do have to buy that software. It's not actually sold by Carrie. He lets the DX7, I think the name of the company is. They keep the money. So yeah, that is a purchase item. Those are the YouTube links that I put in showing in the comment section. I was drawing attention to the comments that there was a lot of interesting stuff in there that I didn't take the time to read into the video. So at 9:25, that's where that ends, and I'll go up here and advance to the end of this video so I can see the rest of the comments, or the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say. And I got to go up. Here's the one that I had from Ken. This is where Lawn Dog was saying that Acronis lets you add notes, and I haven't explored yet to see if Macrium allows us to add notes. We will be looking at that. Maybe not today. I think we may be doing a few days worth of Macrium Reflect. They may not be in a series. I might interrupt them if I have some other significant troubleshooting story to show or tell. Way to add notes. Default file name, we'll look at that too when we get to a more convenient place for that. The cryptographic identification number, Acronis did the same thing. Let's see, delete Acronis backups with no issue. And I think there's a setting in Macrium Reflect to turn on that delete inhibit. And maybe it's on by default, or maybe I've turned it on my systems, I'm not sure. Keeping somebody from manipulating, and mainly keeping the ransomware actors from manipulating, because I have had a client, I've told you the story before, where the first time I'd experienced ransomware, all of their backup drives that were connected at the time, all the backups on that drive were encrypted. Excellent demonstration from Lawn Dog. Make assumptions on what choices we have. And that is the end of it, I think. Yeah, that's the end of the chat comments. Now, as far as the comments on the video, let me zoom out to get back to 100% and go see if there are comments here to respond to. Yeah, Pineapple Road says, going back to see if I could spot where things went wrong with the restore. I think I spotted it. And with a bit about using an old laptop to practice restore operations. There are 2 laptops in the house, not including my sister's, which are not officially supported by Windows 11. I might see if I can set those up as my guinea pigs, at least where I live. In terms of people saying that someone's going to be a guinea pig, that means they're going to be the person to test something. And that's what I know it as too. And I think more specifically in scientific tests, usually it doesn't go well for the guinea pig. Let's see. Okay, then Randy Israel gave actual time stamps where he sees the wrong image is selected, and they're the proof of where it actually restores incorrectly. I've got a different way that I'm going to show at different points that I'm going to show that. My channel comments, I don't think there's anything currently for me to show. I'll go check on that. YouTube.com, and then come up here on the profile icon and click YouTube Studio to get to the comments. Click over here on comments. This will be comments across all of my videos, and this is the same comment from Pineapple Road already, so I'll give that a thumbs up and a heart. And Randy Israel's same comment we already saw that was on yesterday's video. So then when I come back to comments again, I've got a clean slate. Now let's go look at yesterday's video. I added an index down here in the video notes section, or the description section. You got the word index here, and then 00 is the beginning of the video, and then 2211 is the place that I want to start showing this. Now if I click on the 00, it'll go to that point in the video. If I click on the 2211, it'll go to that point in the video out here. I want to show another little bit about dealing with indexes, or using indexes if they are available. I'm going to press Control left arrow to get back to the beginning. Now when I move the mouse around, you can see this index point right over here. See, there's a little gap in the timeline. So that's the index position. If you're watching a video that has those gaps in it, you can hold down the Control key and press the right arrow key to go right up to the next index point. So I'm going to do that. Holding down the Control key, and let's see, do I need to turn? No, I don't need to turn off picture-in-picture. Holding down the Control key and tapping right arrow goes right up to that point. And then I'm pausing the video there because I want to show my mouse down here, the recorded mouse that's playing in the video. You see that I'm about to click on the backup job that I want to restore, and the name of that says Fresh Windows 10 before HP drivers. Now I'm going to press the space bar to let that start playing, and you're going to see me click on that, and then you're going to see me click on the restore icon up here. So that looks like a correct way to let it know that I want to restore that job. Here we go, space bar. There's clicked, and then click restore. And then I'm pausing, because look what happened. I clearly had this one selected that I'm pointing to now with my mouse at the bottom of the screen. I clearly had that one selected. I clicked on the restore button, but up here it has a different backup job that's about to restore, and I did not notice that yesterday. I did not look at that yesterday. So this would be a lesson for double check and triple check each step along the way. Now, I don't know why that happened. We're going to play with that today and see if I can recreate this symptom and figure out why it happened. I don't know. I intentionally did not go figure it out because I want to do that live with you folks today. So this says fresh Fortnite Macrium. The word fresh there meant fresh Windows 10. I just eliminated the part about Win 10. So fresh. And then I had added Fortnite, and I added Macrium, and I added Opera and OBS and XSplit and Chrome. I built that up step by step. This one is pretty far along the building up of this computer since doing the fresh Windows 10. So that's how that one got installed. And again, I don't know why. So we're going to go try it again. I'm going to reduce that down. Let's see, go over here, make sure there's no problems being told to me in chat. Can you do a stream on adding indexes? Yeah, that's a good idea. And thank you for the request. I love requests. And that is today's. Okay, so let's go get over here to, and I will read through the rest of those comments in the chat room later. I'm just, during these Windows Daily, I'm not reading them all into the video like I do on Saturdays. So here, bring the keyboard and mouse over. I got the right one. See, they're black, not white. And I still have the display resolution set the way that I wanted on that computer so that you can see in reasonable resolution, although it looks like I've taken off the 125. Yeah, so let's go up to scale of 125%. Now, I've just popped out chat, the other monitor over here, so that if something goes wrong with the video, I could notice it. Let's go back into Macrium Reflect. I still have the external drive connected, but that's irrelevant because I've already copied the backup job that I want to use onto the spinning hard drive that's inside this computer. This computer has a NVMe drive in it and a separate spinning drive in it. This is kind of taken a while for it to analyze disk partitions. Doesn't seem like it usually takes that long. And it comes into the backup tab. I'll click on the existing backups. Now, notice that this one highlighted right now, that's the incorrect one that got restored. What I did yesterday is I scrolled down so that I could see the one that I wanted to restore, but realized that this one up here is still selected. So I scroll down, and if I click on this one down here, and then click restore, that's what I was trying to accomplish. I'm going to scroll up and see if that first one is still selected. No, it's not. It's not still selected. So yesterday I clicked on this one, and then I clicked restore. So I'm going to repeat that now and see if I can get a repeat of the symptom that we had yesterday. So clicking restore. And this says fresh Win 10 before HP driver. So I failed. Again, yesterday was a failure, right? This is another failure. I failed to do it wrong. I was trying to get it to work wrongly, and I failed at that. So I failed at trying to do it right, and I failed at trying to do it wrong. I don't know why you guys watch my videos. Oh, phone call. I'm gonna have to call you back. So that's the right one. How can I recreate the symptom? I don't know. That's exactly what I did yesterday. Okay, so the lesson, the takeaway, is when you select the backup to restore, read up here what it says to be sure you got the right one. I don't know. I was kind of hoping it would fail. Oh, let's see. Maybe somebody got ideas in chat. Pins out. We like the confusion. Then for the entertainment value. Oh, that's why you watch anyway. The entertainment value. Let's see what he can mess up today, huh? Yeah, I get it. Zvi Menor, yes. Yesterday you just view the backup properties and did not select it. Really? You view the backup properties and did not select it. So let's come back and see if that's the case, because I don't think that was the case. So here's the video from yesterday. I'll back up to the index point by pressing Control left arrow. I'll maximize that. And let's see, I didn't get the Control back arrow, didn't work. So do Control left arrow. Does it have to actually be, oh, wrong keyboard. Control left arrow. That goes all the way back to the beginning. Control right arrow gets me up to that index point. So here it is. You see me in the video there, just click on that. I don't, Zvi, I don't know what you mean by that I looked at the properties. I'm going to go back again. Let's see, control. Why is this not working? That's the right mouse. Click in there. Control left arrow gets me all the way back. Control right arrow gets me up to that index point. And here it is, right here. My mouse is right down there at the bottom. And it looks clear that I click on that backup, and then I go straight up to the restore button. So I don't understand what you're saying, Zvi. Maybe you were just proposing that as a possibility, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yesterday, you just view the backup properties and did not select it. So if you have anything to clarify there, please, I'd sure like to know if there was something that I did differently. I don't see it. Okay, so then just messing up on these keyboards. All right, Jeff, that's entertainment value again. Wrong keyboard again. I'll look at these and be sure. Where do I even want to go to? I want to get back to the actual computer, the HP 34 all-in-one. I'm back to it. I've got the right backup selected. I'm going to go ahead and click Next to restore it. Now, when I do that, this 26.94 comes out and begins to, you know what? I know I pointed out those numbers yesterday. I usually do. And I probably didn't recognize that it was a too high of a number. That's interesting. I want to go look at that. Come back here to the video from yesterday. Press spacebar. And there's some, okay, there's 69.54 and 72.4. I should, if I had my thoughts together, if I wasn't trying to do a video while I was doing real work, well, it wasn't real work. When you're actually working on real life computers, it's not a good idea to be making a video at the same time. It's too distracting. So yeah, see, I'm going to do this. I'm looking at the 69.54 and the 72.4. I should have recognized that was the source that I was restoring from was too large. Those are too close in size. And then I think I'm going to click on Copy Partitions. We're waiting for you, Doug. Come on. Oh, then I'm explaining that copy select. Here we go. Click on Copy. And then that's when those two numbers are going to match up. If I ever get around to clicking the button, click it. Click it. Come on. Click it. Click. Go. Click. Click the button, Doug. There you go. Now they match at 69.54. Pausing that video, coming back to the HP all-in-one, and it's this mouse. There's 26.9472. See, that's way smaller than this one. Should have recognized that. And then click Next and Finish. So this is going to be the same sequence of events that we saw yesterday, but it's all going to happen quicker because it's less, shorter. This restore must be completed in Windows PE Rescue environment. Click Yes to that. And it goes through all of these steps here for building that. Somebody told us what that stood for. I don't care. Scanning for INF files, copying files from host, adding Wi-Fi support. It wants to add Wi-Fi support for the restore operation because of the possibility that I'm using something through Wi-Fi to accomplish the restore operation, but I'm not. I could. So this is adding Wi-Fi support to the pre-installation environment so that it could connect to Wi-Fi if needed. Now I'm going to bring up the chat room on my other screen here. Ken says, really, I never noticed. Thanks for pointing that out. And I'm not sure what Ken was referring to. What would he be referring to? Something probably that I was doing wrong. I don't know. And then Dennis says, Windows image, WIM. Somebody gave us the full definition of what's the M. And I was calling it Windows image. It just kind of makes sense. WI would be that. Oh, Ken says, trying to do something during a live stream. Yes. So well, here, I gotta go before I make that comment. Ken's gonna be proud of me in a moment, I think. Unable to lock drive, that is expected. Can't lock the drive because that drive's in use. Because he can't lock the drive, Macrim Reflect can't lock the drive, the following drive is in use, the restore cannot continue. Yes, it can, but not right now. In order to do the restore, we have to do this piece down here. Windows PE restore options, automatic reboot, automatically boot into Windows PE. This option is only available if you've enabled the Windows boot menu option in Macrim Reflect. Well, that automatically happened through doing these steps. I could change this after the restore so that, wrong mouse, I could change this to say not set, which means it's going to stay in the pre-installation environment. And the main reason I would want to do that is to choose the menu option that says I'm restoring to dissimilar hardware. Because at this step in the process, Macrim Reflect doesn't really know that I'm restoring to the same computer. Or I could just have the computer shut down. My usual choice is to reboot. And that would always be my choice if I'm connected remotely to a client's computer doing this, because I'm not going to be able to see the pre-installation environment when the restore is actually happening because my remote connection doesn't work through that. As a matter of fact, when I get to this step and I let the computer reboot, then I have to end my remote connection because that restored image is not going to have any awareness that I've been reconnected. So it's not going to automatically restore my remote connection. I'll have to disconnect the remote connection, wait a reasonable amount of time, and then go reconnect to that computer when I see that it is online available for me to connect to. So here I'll click on Run from Windows Pre-Installation Environment, and then I click on the Restart Now button, and you'll be able to see the entire process because you can see the computer behind me. And I could even go over here and do this so that you see more of it. And then I'm not going to switch over to chat because I'll let you keep seeing that. So there's the HP logo. And it's interesting, the HP logo actually shows up on my streaming computer before it's visible there, which this is the capture device is treated as an external monitor. Well, the HP logo showed up on the external monitor before it showed up on the internal monitor. Interesting. Yeah, Ken Stout says, trying to do something while doing a live stream. Yeah, if you're trying to do real work while doing a live stream, you can easily miss something. You know, Ken, how often you use the wrong word. Totally wrong word. And you know it's the wrong word when you get to a certain point. And that's just because you're distracted with trying to do a live stream at the same time you're trying to actually do work. Now, this is probably going to take around a minute to complete this portion of the restore because it's so small. Ran Israel tells us it's Windows imaging format. So it's Windows imaging format. No, wait a minute. No, that's not M. Format does not begin with the letter M. Alexa, does the word format begin with the letter M?
Here's something I found on the web. According to ScienceDocBox.com, the first line of formatting must begin with type.
Nah, Alexa, stop. She says the first line of formatting begins with type or something like that. She totally misunderstood the question. What I asked is, does the word format begin with the letter M? Oh, there it is. Randy Israel says, yeah, I'm not going to switch over to the screen because I want you to be able to keep watching that. Windows imaging, the first two letters of the word imaging is IM. So that's where they get WIM. Because, you know, acronyms cannot be 2 letters long. They want acronyms to be 3 letters long, right? So if they don't want to use the word F, the letter F, see there, I used the wrong word. I used the word word instead of the word letter. Use the wrong word sometimes, Ken. You know that. So, okay, I'm going to put in a quiz for Ken. QFK. What can happen if you try doing real work while live streaming? Now, that's an essay question. Normally, I'd like the quizzes for Ken to be yes and no or a number. That's an essay question that Ken's going to have to type. That's more difficult for him. WIM. Then Randy Israel says, IMF already taken by Mission Impossible. Yeah, but it would be WIM, not IMF. So WIF, Windows Imaging Format. WIF. Are they afraid of the jokes that might come out if you call it WIF? Yeah, I don't know. Zavi Manor says, I check again to click the browser option, and then when you return the backup you wanted to pick up was not selected anymore. Yeah, I don't see why that was the case. I check again to click the browser option, and then when you return the backup you wanted to pick up was not selected anymore. Wintermute, QFK, anything and everything. Oh, okay. His answer on the quiz for Ken, Wintermute gave his answer for it. Haven't seen Ken's answer yet. He might be asking his smart speaker for help with that. I don't know. So here, this restore operation is in the, the recommended format for that. Now, are we going to have the correct one? And I got a single letter password for that. And yes, that clearly looks like a fresh install of Windows 10. We don't have any other icons along here. And so that was successful. I'm going to go ahead and change the display again, 1920 by 1080 or 1980 by 10, whatever that number is. 1920 by 1080. Usually I have no problem remembering that, but again, I'm live streaming and brain just doesn't work right. Ken Stout says, recently I found while trying to do live work and stream at the same time, my hair turned snow white and my choice of letters was really way off base. However, I asked Alexa how to fix this issue. Now, the thing I referred to a little while ago that Ken was going to be proud of me is when up here when he said, really? I never noticed. Thanks for pointing that out. I realize that he is being sarcastic there. That is not a genuine, straightforward comment. I think that he's being sarcastic. Like, really, Doug? You think I didn't know that? Really? I never noticed. Thanks for pointing that out. I think that was a sarcastic response. And Ken would be proud of me for realizing that, because normally things just go over my head like that. Then Zavi says, I check again, DVR. You click the browser option. All right, let's go look at that closer, because I'd really like to figure that out. And Wintermute says, looks like it unselects when he clicks restore. All right, then coming over here, I'll do, get the right keyboard, Doug. Control left arrow goes back to the beginning. Control right arrow gets back up to that time index. So here's where I'm clicking on that one. I click on the one that I want to restore. Do I click browse or restore? That looks like I'm clicking restore, not browse. And then this goes all the way up to actually doing the restore job. I'm going to do shift period, and that'll speed up the video. So it's going at double speed right now. By holding down the shift key and press the period, that speeds it up. Holding down the shift key and comma, that slows it down. So there's the copy partitions. And then I don't say anything about browse. And then click next. I think there was an earlier point in the video where I did a browse. I'm still not, that's still not connecting with me. There's the backup running. Okay, the other comment that was made, I'm going to use J to go backwards by 10 seconds at a time. So back here, so here's where I did browse looking at images. At this point I was going to browse because I didn't realize that the image I wanted was actually showing up in this list. So I was going to look at it on the externally connected hard drive. But I don't actually select anything in here. So spacebar, I click cancel to get out of that, and then I click on the one that I want to restore. And this is on the D drive, which is the internal spinning drive. And then I click on restore. Now, somebody said that when I click on restore, it looks like this gets unselected. So I'm going to press spacebar and slow the video way down. So here's clicking on restore. Yeah, see, it's no longer selected down here. So when I did that today, was it still selected down there? All right, I'll go look at that. I'm going to bring this back to its medium size, go to today's video, and I'll use the DVR. Bet you didn't know I could do that, huh? I'm using the DVR to go back on today's video. So there's the restore operation running. I'm dragging slowly backwards to the left. And there's Macrim Reflect launching. That is yesterday's, this is today's video, right? Yeah, continued. And automatic restore is about to start. No, I'm too far along. I got to go back further. Scrubbing backwards, dragging the playhead backwards to see where I selected that in today's video. Let's go here. So in today's video, I was replaying yesterday's video at this point, and this is still replaying yesterday's video. So I got to get forward to today's video. Doug, why do you do things in such confusing ways? Yeah, I can take simple things and make them confusing and complex. Sometimes I do the other way. Now see, there's two playheads down here. Oh, this is just disastrous. Which one are we looking at now? Fresh Win 10 before drivers. So there I have the right one selected, but look underneath here. It's not highlighted anymore. So that thing about it gets unselected, that happened today. I'm doing the left arrow key to go back 5 seconds at a time. And this is yesterday's video, and this is today's video that I'm displaying now. So I got to get back to the point where I actually select the backup job in today's video. I think this is it. There I click on it, and then go to click restore. And there, the same thing. No, that's yesterday's video. Wow. Going back more. That is also yesterday's video. And I'm looking at chat. Oh, this is nuts. Here. This is it. This is it. But I'm already in this. I've already have it selected. How long can I make this last? There it is. Okay. This is in today's video. And we know that because I got the right shirt. Right? I think so. So here I've got this one selected. When I click on restore, which the mouse is there now, I'm clicking restore. And there, that highlight goes away. It's no longer selected, but it is selected up here. So, still don't know what's going on. Back to chat. Looks like it unselects when he clicks restore, not sure why, but that happened today too. Zvi says 2137. Is that in today's video? 2137. Go back to 2137. Oh, no, but today's video doesn't show the actual forward time. It's showing backwards time. So that timestamp, if that's referencing today, I can't use that because we're further along. The lesson is check before push next. Ah, boom, boom, Zvi, right on. Check, double check, triple check. Blame it every step along the way. And for everyone who doesn't like Macrim Reflect, this is your extra reason to not want to use Macrim Reflect, right? Hey, I don't care which one you use. I'm got started a long time ago on Macrim Reflect. Concepts are the same. 2137, number 39. So video 39. Let's see, wrong keyboard. Says 2137 in video 39. 2137 right here. Yeah, down here 2134. So I'm gonna hit spacebar, stop it right on 2137. Okay. So here's backup selection. He's saying this is where I did. That's where I'm browsing through the D drive, which is the internally collect. Now, that was before the point that he's saying, so 2137. So there I'm showing that this one is down here in this list. It's 2130 now. 2132, 33, 34. I go up to the browse button and browse that. Yeah, but that's not where I actually selected for the restore operation. So I don't see why that's relevant. I did go into browse, but that's not when I'm selecting to do the restore. I click away from that, and then I go browse, highlighting the browse button again. And then what I'm doing, browse for an image. I go up to that one. That would allow me to choose a different drive. So this is where I'm going to go look at the externally connected drive. Because before the show yesterday, I had copied the backup that I want to the internally connected spinning drive. And then I cancel out of that. Then I come down here and select that one that I want, and I go to restore. So I don't see how the browse button is relevant. I don't see how that... It was a sequence of events. Did that sequence of events cause this weird glitch? Maybe. You know what? I can't try that now because this doesn't have Macroom Reflect installed on it now. But I'll go back and see, because that would be a bug in the program, that if you go through that certain sequence of events where you go to browse and then subsequently try to restore, that it misfires and does it wrong. So Zvi, I will go check that out, and I'm going to say that's what you're trying to get me to. Ran, I just tried maximizing the video and end up pausing the real video. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens. I use MR all the time. It has a bug, Macroom Reflect. I think probably we just found a bug in the program. I'm going to try to recreate that, see if I can recreate that sequence of events, because it's a hazard. All right. That's it for today. Do I dare say I hope that was useful? Well, I do. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye. Oh, Ken Stout's triggered to come up next.